Maxwell the monster. It was late one night, and his bedroom was dark and quiet, except for the strangest snuffling noise coming from the dark closet. Indy was sure it was a monster. He began to tremble and drew the blankets up around his face. The monster grunted and the closet shook. Indy hid his face under his pillow. The monster began to shove around and enter the closet door. Indy's teeth started to chatter. He shut his eyes and tried to think of nice things, like his train set and ice cream. The closet door creaked and began to slowly open. Indy peeked out, horrified, when suddenly out jumped the largest, scariest, hairiest monster he has ever seen. Ah! Screamed Indy. The monster leapt back to surprise and started screaming too. Ah! What on earth is wrong? Shrieked Indy's mother as she rushed into the room. It's a monster, cried Indy, pointing at a hide-looking creature. The monster and Indy monster stared at each other in shock, and then the strangest things happened. With a huge smile on her face, Indy's mother threw her arm around the monster and gave him a big hug. Maxwell, she squealed happily. Maxwell, what are you doing here? Indy's mother asked. This is my new closet, he repeated. What are you doing here? This is my home, and this is my son Indy, she answered. Maxwell grabbed Indy's hand and shook the vigorously. Pleased to meet you. I'm Maxwell, you new monster. With his mouth hanging open in amazement, Indy stared at Maxwell's huge hairy hands. You two know each other? Indy asked. Maxwell was my monster when I was a little girl, his mother explained, but one day he just disappeared without even saying goodbye. Maxwell looked slightly guilty. I want to say goodbye, but you had stopped believing in me, so you couldn't see me anymore. I see you now, she said. Maxwell nodded at her. That's because Indy believed in me. While he does, I'm here to stay. Indy's mother looked dialed. Oh, Indy, you got your very own monster. Aren't you lucky? Indy thought about how useful it would be to have in one monster. Maxwell was tall, so he could reach up into high places. He was big and furry, so he would be good to have around when it was cool. Someone like Maxwell was bound to scare spiders away, but most of all, despite his appearance, Maxwell was nice. What more could you want in a friend? Indy grinned. Yes, I'm lucky, he said. I've always wanted my very own monster. This is how Maxwell came to live in Indy's closet. Indy and Maxwell became great friends, and Indy was never again afraid of the dark. He often wondered if there was something living under his bed, but that's another story.